Hey everybody! This week's theme is what position would you rather not play? But we should probably rephrase that into one-shot week. This is going to be a quick one-shot, so please forgive me if I say or if I kind of stumble over words a little bit. Don't have a lot of time. I am actually not in my own room today, not in my own house, and so I'm kind of filming on my Macintosh computer, and I just in kind of a rush. I'm sorry. I expected to do this last night, but I was just very, very exhausted, and so I didn't get done. Anyway, back to what I'm talking about. My position that I'd really rather not play is Seeker. I'm working on doing it for my team because we really could use a couple extra Seekers, but that's really not exactly what I'm expecting to do. I'm going to be keeping a lot, and I'm going to be probably beating and chasing, but I'm definitely not going to be seeking as much as I hope. I'm definitely not going to be seeking as much as I want to not do it. Definitely not going to be seeking as much as I'm doing all those other roles. Mainly because seeking requires a lot of running, and if you haven't looked at me, I'm not quite the most athletic person, as are a lot of people, I'm sure, in Quidditch. They're probably going to say the same thing. Granted, there are very many athletic people, and I'm very happy that we have them because they can seek and they can snitch. But I'm not one of those people. I'm more of a tank, and I like to make sure that when I run, it's worth something. And that's another thing about seeking that I don't like, is that if something that I do doesn't work, after the second or third time, I'll probably stop doing it. And with seeking, you can't do that. You gotta be persistent. You gotta keep doing stuff until eventually you get the snitch. So that is something that I don't really like to do that much. Plus, a lot rides on your position if you have a very well-paced game, a well-teamed competition. I have no idea what I just said, but that's okay. What I meant to say was that if you have good teams against each other and they're playing well against each other, then you're going to have a lot riding on the seeking, because if you grab that snitch, then you can win the game for it, and if you don't grab it, you'll lose it. So it's a very highly tense position. See, look at me, I'm stumbling all over the place. But you guys all love me anyway, I'm sure. I'm trying to think though, snitching I can handle if I had a little bit more training. That's another position though that I'd rather not play, because it requires a lot of endurance. You're going to be running a long distance just as much as a seeker, if not more. You're going to have a lot of awareness, because you're going to be on the pitch when you come back after about 15 minutes or whatever the place that you're playing requires. I know that when we play for our scrimmages and our team, we require about 15 minutes, 7 minutes for a quick match. But you got to be right there on the pitch, and you got to be in the middle of the game and aware of where the seekers are, if they're hiding or if they're going to sneak out, when do they change, exactly what's going on. And so that's kind of something that, as much as I like to be aware of what is going on the field, I don't like to be the one that actually has to be in control of all that. And the snitch, I think most people would agree, has to actually control a lot of what's going on with that. Keeping, you have to be aware of what's going on with your team against the other team, but not necessarily both teams at the same time, which is convenient, because if you have good players, you're going to have an easy time with managing them and making sure that they're where they need to be. But yeah, that's my video for the week. It's going to be really short, really simple. Please rate, subscribe, and comment, and make sure that you share it with your friends. We'd love to see more people. We still have a Tuesday and a Wednesday spot open for vloggers if they want to join us. We'd really like to get some more people to join us so we have a consistent week, and then you guys can see us more and interact with us more and get to know us better. So if you're interested in that, we have our audition video on our channel. It's the first video that we posted, called We're Having Auditions, and definitely check that out. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys interact with us. Bye.